Hi there, I'm David Bell, and I'd like to just walk you through a little bit about 6senses.nz. This is a fully featured e-portfolio, but you can use it on a much more simple level and just enjoy the various resources that have been created in a fantastic set of web pages. You'll find that there are a lot of people from the Methodist movement in New Zealand associated with this site, but it's not confined by any manner of means to Methodists. It's open to anyone that's interested in doing theology together, learning from one another. It's not primarily a teaching site so much as we're sharing resources. We are all participants who learn from one another. So it's very easy to register for 6senses.nz. Just click on the registration button. You'll have a first name, last name, email address, and then give a reason for joining. If you do belong to a parish or congregation somewhere, can be in New Zealand or beyond New Zealand, let us know what it is and also the kind of theology that you're interested in discussing. You need to agree to the terms and conditions that protect your privacy, and finally you do need to complete a reCAPTCHA challenge here. You just need to type the text or the numbers that appear. I see there that the number was 120. That was a nice easy one to see. Sometimes a reCAPTCHA challenge can be quite difficult to look at. If you don't get it right, it'll just bring you back to a new challenge. When all is done, just click register and you're in. So I'm going to log in as our demo student, Kimi Suzuki, and Kimi has been in 6senses for a good long while. She knows that she can create an electronic personal learning environment for herself. She knows that she can control the privacy and share her achievements in a space that's entirely over to her, and she knows that she can engage with other people in discussion forums. She can collaborate with them in groups. But best of all, if Kimi just wants to sit and watch and see what goes on in the various forums, and we're very, very happy with that as well. It's a way of being resourced, it's a way of feeling valued, it's a way of knowing that you're in a real online community. So Kimi has in fact found her way to belong to a number of groups. When you first enroll, you'll be put automatically into 2 or 3 groups, and you can choose to unenroll yourself from those groups if you want, but it means that you've got a bit of a basis, so you're not totally in the dark about where to go. So supposing you thought, oh, that sounds interesting, that effective leadership group. All you need to do to find it, because it won't be listed on your dashboard, is go to Find Groups and look down and find Effective Leadership. Now, it's not here in Kimi's list because she's already belonged to it. So I'm just going to click on it, and always in all these different groups, you'll find that you get exactly the same pattern. There's About the Group. There's a tab there, About the Group. And there are who are the members of the group, and that only becomes apparent when you've actually joined the group. And there are, in fact, a lot of members in this group. Let me just see. I think offhand, I can't remember how many members there are in the group, but it's telling me here there's 131 members. They are running a number of forums, church and politics, community of meanings, soul beliefs. So if you are interested in one of these forums, like how to change the world, click on it, and then all the forum topics associated with that will come up. And there we are. David Hill has written an article, and we're having a bit of a short dialogue about it there. And that's all about how the people that did the MOOC from Wesleyan University, How to Change the World, our comments about our impressions and so on and so forth. There are pages that are created for you that give you access to a great deal of resourcing, and there are collections of pages. So if you see a collection, if you click on it, it actually comes up here with 3 associated pages. They're all in the collection. You can see some have PDFs and others have video resourcing and so on and so forth. So, oh, there's an excellent one here on flipping the classroom. So that's a very interesting one from my perspective in terms of virtual online education. I'd like to show you finally what one student created, and this is Rachel Masterson, who lives in Dunedin. She was with a group of participants who went round Turkey last year and visited many of the sights and sounds that are famous throughout the world. But here, she wrote up her diary in a most interesting way of 6 senses. Here's a letter to dear Paul, Paul, the great interpreter of Jesus. Here's another one at Gallipoli, which has been very much in the news recently, and she's written a letter to Colonel Mustafa Kemal, who became Ataturk. And here she is in the Great Museum of Hagia Sophia, both a mosque, a church, and a museum. And finally a page on the whirling dervishes. So beautiful bit of writing from Rachel, and that's there as a set of web pages. If you given the address, the URL, you can access all kinds of pages and resources outside of 6 Senses, but most of all, if you went inside 6 Senses, you could find a great variety of things that Rachel has written. For example, if I just type in here in the Elasticsearch, what has Rachel been writing, you can see, look, she's a member of various groups, open badges, transcripts, and so on and so forth. So there are many different aspects to 6 Senses, but you can start simply by being, if I can just go back, just by looking at people's web pages and playing around. You're very welcome to do so. We're very interested in hearing from you if you want to belong to our site. Thanks very much indeed.